Episode number 9. Welcome, everybody, to Battleborn Bets. I'm your host, Robert Kowalski, where we guide you through your pro football survivor pool, all NFL season long, in 12 minutes or less. Joined once again by my best friends, cohorts, partners in crime, all across these United States. John Howard, the state of New York. Robert Ginter from Illinois. Of course, myself here in sunny Nevada. So we're going to go ahead and break down everything that is, was, and hopefully shall be. That's the key to all this, isn't it, gentlemen? I guess we could go ahead and just get this out of the way really quickly. It's football, right? And so this silly game is really random. And because of that, things happen. Like Rob's selection, one and only, getting eliminated. Along with 2,156 others, there's now only 2,057 surviving to week number 9.
Well, you
favorites
lost too as well.
I'm going to get to that in a second too, because I have a bone to pick with myself, actually. Yes, that's going to be true, and you're going to see that happening here. Favorites went 11-2 against the spread. Think about that. 11-2 against the spread in week number 8. It's the best win percentage for favorites from a betting perspective in a single week since December of 1985. Okay, we were not even like handicapping games. I don't even remember what we were doing, Rob. Were we like actually even playing
tackle football?
Yeah, Maurice Park, probably in the rain, until like 9 o'clock at night.
Yes.
All 11 favorites covered by 7+ points in week number 8. That's most in a single week in the last 30 years. And yet somehow, Rob, along with many, many others, found one of those two favorites that did not only cover, but did not.
And the other one was yours, was it not?
The Atlanta Falcons, here's the great thing about me selecting the Atlanta Falcons. It's like I get cute, and I think that's kind of the name of this posthumous episode is you get cute like weeks 1 to like X, probably like 5, 6, 7, and you'll have a number of picks. You're like, this team looks possibly good. Maybe they're all right. Yeah, let me sneak by with this. So not only do I take Atlanta against Carolina, because of course Atlanta's better than Carolina, and they get absolutely waxed 30-0. I double down and say, well, of course they're going to win the following weeks ahead, and that's not going to happen. So not only did I get eliminated by the Atlanta Falcons once, 3 times I got eliminated by them. And so that leaves me, Bold Razors, on Circa Survivor's board with 2 entries. John Howard, you, my friend, snap judgment can be found with your single entry out of 3. And Rob, well, you're here because we need you, buddy.
I hear you. I mean, let's put it this way. I can live with my selection. Did I know Nick Mangold was going to kick the bucket on Saturday? I did not. I think that I was texting both of you guys that morning, be like,
you were panicking about this Mangold thing Sunday morning. You were panicking for sure. What am I missing with this pick? The panic button was being pushed for sure.
Well, and it ended. Look, the minute they made the 2-point conversion, I'm like, this is over.
I was texting Rob back and forth. It just basically once I realized the game was done, and I'm like, man, this really happened, didn't it? I texted him, John, and I said, all right, this is a wellness check here. I'm just making sure everything's all right.
My logic was good. I mean, the Falcons, they were my 3rd choice. Who would have thought that with no Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, which were my 2nd choice with Lamar Jackson, would have actually.
I was going to ask you, Rob, who was your backup plan if you didn't take?
It was the Ravens.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But that was before they announced Lamar Jackson was out.
Right.
I had said that when we filmed on Thursday.
Right.
So
okay, here I'm gonna let's do.
I mean, it would have been Falcons. I'm literally in no survivor pools left at this point. Because
hold on, wait. If you had the choice, let's just pretend for a quick minute, and then we'll get to week number 9. If you had an opportunity to make your pick up until kickoff on Sunday, and you realized all this was going on, Lamar Jackson not playing, Mangold, everything that you had in front of you, would you have still taken Baltimore?
No.
Cincinnati?
No, because of Mangold.
Atlanta?
I would have been. I mean, would I have gone Falcons there? I mean, I didn't love it, but maybe I would have gone Philly.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
Week number 9. Let's do this, guys.
Me. Let's talk about guiding the rest of these people.
Week number 9 is exactly where, guys, there's 12 weeks left. That's all there is. It's simple. We're going to do this. We're going to march. Vayan sin miedo. That's it. That's the name of the episode. We are marching forward without fear. This is it. It is.
Or for our Polish brethren, Marsz Dąbrowski.
I am deciding right now. This is it. This is where the line gets drawn. It's week 9. We get serious. Double-digit favorites are 9-0 straight up, 6-3 against the spread. For those of you following along on from a betting perspective, big favorites this week. John Howard, I want to go right to you right here in NFL week number 9. Packers 13 is where the contest number started at. I'm looking right now. Looking at 13s. There's a 13.5 at Westgate, another 13.5 at DraftKings, Caesars. Chargers open 10 at the Tennessee Titans. That got bet down a bit before it looks like it's swooping back up. So it's 9.5. So specifically at Circa. And the Rams. The most obvious choice here is the LA Rams coming off of their bye. A 14-point favorite is what the contest line looks like that they wanted to open it up. 13.5 was where it opened at. I thought that was like significantly too low, and I honestly think that this game closes 14.5, maybe even higher. Saints are in, well, let's end the season mode. But 14 is the biggest favorite on the board.
So Tyler Shaw doesn't inspire much confidence.
It shouldn't inspire the Saints nor anyone betting on them, even on a point spread perspective. So if you take a look, John, of all of those, any idea if you're looking at those as a top 3 choice for you, or did something else possibly wiggle out from your perspective in what you might take here in week number 9?
Yeah. Rams will be the top choice, probably. That's probably where I'm going. If I had the Packers available to me, I would probably take Green Bay, but I do not have them. I took them in week 6 versus the Bengals. So from my perspective, if you have the Packers available to you, I think this is the best spot to take them, especially if you haven't taken the Rams yet as well, so you can use them later on. And additionally, I think the Chargers are a better play down the road. I do have the Chargers available. I kind of like them. I believe it's week 13. Don't quote me. They're at home against the Raiders. Right now, it's just a matter of surviving, staying alive here. You're still in the hunt. You're still in the game. You're still alive. And I think it's an easy selection for me this week. But if I had the Packers, I'd probably go Green Bay, but I don't. So I think the Rams is probably going to be my selection this week.
LA Rams completely as healthy as you can have the team. Of course, the biggest concern almost was like right at the start of preseason with Stafford coming up like on the injury report constantly with a bad back. There was thoughts that something with vertebrae, all that was completely cleared. He's looked great. Puka Nacua got hurt weeks before, but looks like with the bye, plenty of rest for him. He's back completely healthy, fully loaded franchise, ready to go to host the Saints in LA. 14 points right now is the current spread. Looking completely up and down as we could take a look here, of course, at Survivor Atlas. Thanks again, guys, from Survivor Atlas for providing this really great database of information that we use on a weekly basis to break down where's the expected value, where are we finding future saved value, and all of the things that we need to do to come up and decide how we want to map out the rest of this Survivor season. So, Rob, let's take a look here from your perspective. We're taking a look at favorites. Is there someone that may surprise as a entry in the world of Survivor? Because the big 3 were the ones I just mentioned. Green Bay Packers,
the Patriots are a
LA and LA
play here too. I mean, the Falcons are an abortion.
Well, we did just talk about them, right? Atlanta just ended up losing twice to in events that we didn't expect him to. Atlanta, yeah, I mean, if you look at the Saints, the Titans, there's probably teams that we're going to be picking on constantly, right? If we want to go ahead and include New England from their perspective, right? So 51% is all that's remaining.
I mean, but you have to stress the first half with them, because that just seems like it's been their pattern over the past few weeks.
Yep. Absolutely. So, I mean, you could take New England here, hosting Atlanta, hosting the Jets in Week 11 as an 8.5.
If you want to get cute, favorite. Maybe the Bears. I mean, but they're on the road against Cincinnati. Jake Browning's a turnover machine.
81% still have the Chicago Bears available for those
interested in that. I think that one's going to surprise too.
Yeah, I don't think that you're going to find many other opportunities here if we take a look at the future.
And you will need, a couple of those during your 20 selections to make it all the way through. You have to.
You have to.
So this is a good spot for Chicago.
Coming.
This is exactly correct. This is where you do get very, very uncomfortable. Speaking of uncomfortable situations, there hasn't been much that's been going right on Thursday night favorites, guys. This coming evening, the Miami Dolphins 2-6 are hosting the Baltimore Ravens 2-5, and yet the Ravens are 7.5-point favorites. It was 1-7 out there at South Point, but 7.5 is pretty much the consensus number. What do we think here from a ownership perspective, guys? Do we think that the Baltimore Ravens reach what we see here? Let's go to the forecast here from the guys at Survivor Atlas, and they're saying Baltimore 5%.
I was going to say 5%. I think that's spot on.
John, higher, lower?
It's close. I'll go a little lower than that, just based on the Thursday night element.
Aren't the Ravens a holiday team too?
They are. That's correct. Yep.
Yes. So the Ravens are hosting Cincinnati. Oof. Yeah, I think I might want to chop that 5% in half.
Yeah.
You could take Baltimore on Thanksgiving Day, hosting Cincinnati as a projected 12.5-point favorites. So you're probably not going to see that many people playing them, even those that have multiple entries.
And they're on the road too, and Miami looked really good. Do I think Miami's going to win this game? No, but
could go and look at every possible trend that we've been digging into constantly. It's the Thursday night game, home dog. It's where we're basically trotting out the hits on this one. But yeah, Baltimore still at this point 7.5 is still the number. A healthy, well, so they say. I don't think they're going to mess around this time on the injury reports. A 7.5-point favorite, Lamar Jackson, is playing. That game starts in less than an hour, actually, from the time that we're recording right now. So, John, you mentioned your potential picks. I've got two of them here. It's going to be very, very difficult for me to not scream from the mountaintops. In the words of Huey Lewis, I love L.A., and I'm probably going to take him on both instances as we take a look at the way this plays itself out. If we look at the availability that I have, I do have the opportunity to not only take the LA Rams, but the LA Chargers and Green Bay, but I feel probably most confident in the Rams and the Chargers for week number 9, and that's probably how I'm going to split up my picks. Gone are the days of me dropping all the eggs into one basket. I did that once. I felt, well, a little bit of trepidation when we played Kansas City a couple of weeks back, but that made its way all the way through. Not going to do that again, especially with 2 picks left. It's time, like I said at the start of the show, to get really serious. So we're going to do.
Is there anywhere that you think you might take 2 of the same?
In week number 10, at this point, it's getting to a point where I just simply don't have this many options. If you look at week 10, Denver is going to be probably the most selected pick along with Buffalo. And then you're looking at the Colts at Atlanta. That's going to be another option.
Yeah, but 2% only have Indianapolis available.
Indianapolis.
So
John made a point to that, actually, going back.
That's a great contrarian.
Absolutely. I don't know if actually looking at the Colts as a selection pretty much the rest of this year. They're not going to be as big a favorite as they were last week. No, hosting San Francisco week 16. That looks a little, I don't know, squirrely, for lack of a better term. I'm going week number 9, LA Rams, LA Chargers. That's pretty much locked in right now for me. And John, if you had to take the ones that you came up with nominees, how are you going to play this one out, which is going to be your week number 9 pick for Circa Survivor?
Yeah, I'm probably locked on Rams. It'll be interesting to see how many are on the Packers with 33% of the pool left able to take them this week. It's going to definitely be
I mean, there's still a spot against the Bears to take them.
Maybe like 20% on the Packers. I was thinking like 400 entries, maybe, give or take.
I think the Rams and the Chargers will have probably close to 50% of the pool on both of those teams.
Actually, you're right. The guys at Survivor Atlas are saying over 50%.
Right.
Way over 50%.
I say Green Bay is going to be below that number just based on the fact that there's other opportunities against the Bears to play them.
Rob, of all of these, let's do a quick upset watch here. I'll put you on the spot right here from the top 10 most selected, or at least from the forecast, which are the projections from, actually very recently, just a couple of hours ago. Which of these here in the top 10 do you think is the most ripe for upset that's going to bust a lot of entries?
Baltimore.
At 5%, that's a good chunk, and we're seeing
because really. I like all the other games more than I do that one, and it's a Thursday, so
could see that busting up on a Thursday night again. John, you have a thought here?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Who knows? Maybe the Patriots stubbed their toe this week. I don't know.
Depends on what Falcons team shows up.
It's the Jekyll and Hyde Falcons.
Right.
Everyone's expecting them not to win, and then they go in there and win a close game.
That's a good point.
So who knows?
That's a team that you probably want to stay away from at all costs. Just
they played that great game in week 2 against
Minnesota,
against McCarthy.
Yep.
They were amazing in that game, and then they go home the next. Was it week 3 when they
lost against Carolina?
Oh my! Yeah. And then you expect them to blow the doors off of Miami last week. Bijan Robinson rushed for 200 yards because they can't stop anybody, and then it's.
Well, they made Tua look like Steve Young.
Unbelievable.
Agree. There's a lot. Look, and you take a look at how the favorites performed last week. I don't know if it's going to be, a kind of a bounce from a betting perspective that you start to see dogs cover and win outright. I think that's a little ill-conceived if you're looking at it from that perspective. But Rob, I'd have to agree with you. I think Miami's probably, at the very least, have a very good shot to stay close, and a fair shot to win the game outright. Bears, it seems as if a ton of their offensive starters ended up on the injury report yesterday. So I'm not too confident in Chicago winning that in Cincinnati, despite Cincinnati also having their problems. Steelers, I mean, are they for real, right?
Our beloved Steelers.
We're going to see them, win outright as a 3-point dog at home, hosting the Colts. And then probably the last one that I think may have a little bit ripe of an upset is the Raiders. I don't know if Jacksonville is, at 4-3, if they really should be that high a favorite. I thought this game should have came pick, honestly. So I could see the Raiders picking up a win here. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. That's kind of pretty much the breakdown for me here in week number 9. At this point, like I said, I think that we've reached the point where the fork has been split, and it's time to just not save. It's you've saved your picks. This is it. It's move forward with what you got and let them play themselves out. Yes, I know we've got holiday games that we'll get to. But for now,
it means 9, shit if you can't get there.
Saying from the guy that can't get there.
That's living it. That's correct.
Well, guys, this was fun. Episode number 9 is, as kind of simple as we thought it was going to be. There's going to probably be a number of selections this week that I feel we'll see upset. I don't think we'll see the massive swing of carnage that we saw last week, but I don't think it's going to be a light week of eliminations like we saw 2 weeks ago. I think we're going to probably land like right in the middle, right around.
My threshold is about 150.
I'm going higher than that. Higher. 499.
All right.
John, how many eliminated this week?
350.
350.
Can't do this any better.
Everything $5.50.
Guys, gals, please drop your Survivor pick in the comments.
Smash that.
See exactly how you do that. Do not smash anything. Nothing smashing. Nothing at all. No, go ahead and do exactly how you heard. This is a whole lot of fun, guys. Episode number 10. I swear it will come next week, as this is it. We are Teams of Destiny, and I honestly think that we're going to find our way all the way on through. At this point, it's not going to be up to us anymore. The chips have laid where they go, and honestly, I think that this has been a better way. I think that we're going to probably find a lot more surprises as we go along, but that's how they call Survivor. Well, for my best friends, John Howard, Robert Gitter, your host, Robert Kowalski, this is Battleborn Bets, and we'll see you again next week.